language of the universe. In Chapter 5 of Nature Numbers, Ian Stewart shows us how studying the seemingly simple vibrations of a violin string actually led to the discovery of radio waves and eventually to all cool tech we use today, like TV, radar, and even videotape.
Whoa, I was not expecting that. That sounds amazing.
Well, I was just practicing, but thanks.
No, seriously, that sounds way better what I'm missing.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Do you play?
Not at all. I mean, I like music, but I have zero talent when it comes to playing.
Well, you don't need talent to appreciate music. What's actually happening here is that it's actually just a work of math.
Seriously, I thought music was supposed to be an escape from numbers. Why are violins shaped like that?
Because violin makers, aka luthiers, use math to design the perfect shape for sound. The curved body, the F-holes, and even the thickness of the wood is calculated to make sound waves bounce around in the best way possible. It follows the mathematical ratios just like in nature.
Like the golden ratio?
Yeah.
When a violinist draws the bow across a string, the friction causes the string to vibrate. This vibration transfers to the bridge, which amplifies the movement and sends it to the body of the violin. The hollow body resonates and enhances the sounds, which then escapes through the F-holes, producing the rich tones we hear. A violin's sounds follow math through frequency, wave equation, and harmonics. The pitch depends on string length, tension, and mass, while Fourier analysis breaks its rich tones into simple waves.
Ingat mo naman. Gusto mo? While we cool down, let me explain why it's so hot right now. It's called heat wave. A heat wave? What's that? A heat wave is when temperature rises much higher than usual for a period of time. It can last days or even weeks.
That's so long. Why does that happen?
It usually happens when the high pressure settles over area. This system traps warm and keeps cooler air from moving in.
So, what you're basically saying is that the heat is stuck here.
Exactly. And where smart comes in methodologies using mathematical modes to predict temperature, change, and identity heat waves.
Oh, so how do they do that?
They analyze data like temperature, humidity, and pressure. They use equation to create graphs and show trends over time. For example, if the temperature rises above a certain threshold for several days, it signals a heat wave.
That's interesting.
Okay, for you it's not as for me.
Then do you want me to break it down for you in some terms?
I would appreciate that. Spoken about. Okay, sure. You know, I'm curious. One of our lectures earlier about vertical effects. I barely understood it.
Is that what you want to know?
Yes.
I want to demonstrate it to you, but this isn't going to work on the sync. Unless we have some kind of cut. Here we go. Okay, now ready?
Yes.
I'm going to drop this now. Observe.
See this circle-like wave? We call this little circle wave ripple. We move in all directions like circles. Each ripple affects the water around it, creating more waves that keep expanding until they hit the sink's edges or fade away. It wouldn't create a ripple effect when the water is too shallow. It has to be somewhat deep to see it work.
the way, how is it related to math?
Math explains water ripples using the wave equation, which predicts how waves move, spread, and fade over time. It involves speed, height, and spacing of waves, with geometry and Fourier transforms helping describe their patterns.